holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. You go tight.
Shotgun now for Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Down. Blue 80. White down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
McCaffrey, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Low, low, low. Get set. Blue 80.
Now Carr. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
All right, get set, fellas.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Roger. Hey, you got 4.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
All right, get set, fellas. We got 4. Get set. 180. Hey, check 24.
Throwing now is Carr. Steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Mike 51! Mike 51!
12, Jumbo!
Throwing on first down is Carr. Now he'll escape to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Throw left side, complete to QT. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag. And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On first down, Keenum. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions. Yeah, just holding on to the ball. Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Doctor!
Oh, how about this on first and goal? Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown. And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there. And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there. And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Over the middle, Cooper with it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Did you see that route the way that I did?
I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Carr now on first down. Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's second down. Throwing again. Carr. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Cover 0. Hey, you got 3,
Carr to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, on guard! On guard!
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Buying time to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on the series. And
4 down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go, Chief! Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down!
Here's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game he become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Third and short, it's Booker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And McManus able to put it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hey, 52. Damn, good.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Open man is QT, complete. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's got Booker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
22. Damn.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Booker on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
53. jam. Hey, tight, tight. Mary left, Mary left. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Hey, orange, orange.
Here's Keenum now on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But and
the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brendan Langley picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second down. Freeman again. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Keenum finds Jake Butt over the middle, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Keenum going to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Here we go. Watch 89. Single.
Shotgun now for Carr. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
7:34.
On second down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. McCaffrey following the penalty, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Carr going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And this is Cook with a grab. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go, Chief. 26 Mike.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, Orange!
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brendan Langley picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards.
7:34.
On 1st down, Carr. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. And this one through the uprights and good. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
That's it, baby.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, 52, here we go. Say hi.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.